Hi guys, welcome to episode number 18 of the video podcast Me and My Dog and Some Yarn. Today is March 7th, 2014, and it is Victoria's birthday. That's my daughter. Happy birthday, Tori. So my name is Kim. I'm also known as Black Horse on Ravelry, and today I have a special guest with me. This is my mom.
Hello, my name is Judy.
My mom also is on Ravelry, but she doesn't get on there very much, but she loves to knit, and so I thought I'd put her on my show so you guys can meet her. I learned how to knit from my mom and my grandma, which I called her MawMaw. That's my mom's mother. And so did MawMaw teach you how to
My
knit?
mother taught me, and I passed it down to Kim. My grandmother taught my mother, and so it's been passed down, what, 4 generations?
Yep,
At least.
four generations. Maybe one day we'll teach Tori, and that'll be 5.
Yes.
So anyways, Mom, what are you working on?
I'm working on a scarf. It's called a ruffled scarf. And Kim and I went back up to Austin and went to one of our favorite knitting stores, and I fell in love with this yarn and also this pattern. So we both bought our pattern and our yarn. Our yarn's a little different in color.
The pattern is by Mac&Me, and it doesn't have a name for the scarf. It just says number 50 ruffled scarf. But it's made out of Peruvian wool.
It's really soft.
Let's show them. Isn't that pretty? Really, really pretty. And it has, after she does the long strip, then she's going to do this little ruffle. I don't know if you guys can see the ruffle at the bottom. Really, really cute.
It is.
When I was in Austin, I bought some yarn to do the same scarf. And here's my yarn, and I'll have to start it later because I'm working on other stuff right now. So, I'm working on a shawl. It is a replica of a shawl that my granny made for my MawMaw, and the shawl was passed down to my Aunt Rita. And Aunt Rita gave it to me, what was it, last summer?
I believe so.
Yeah, last summer, and really, really special. She kept it for years. Unfortunately, it had some moths eat through the...
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was knitted by my grandmother for her oldest daughter.
Oh, was it for Aunt Rea?
Yes,
oh, I didn't
for
know
Aunt
that.
Rea. And that might make sense. Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, as a surprise, I am knitting a replica exactly like it for my Aunt Rita, who had the shawl and sweetly gave it to me. I plan to put it in a frame and put it in my knitting room at some point. But I want to try to repair it just a little bit before I do that. But anyways, I made her one, and I should have pulled it out before the podcast, but I didn't. I'll show you guys next week. But this is the shawl. It is kind of a square shawl, and it's got fringe around the edge, and it has a fan and feathers pattern around the border. And so you wear it. This is the neck, and it is in a square. I'm about halfway done before I can start doing the fan and feather. I just copied it from looking at the shawl, and so I'm writing it down. I'm going to make it a free pattern for you guys. And yeah, so this one, okay, so I made Aunt Rita's. This one is for my sister, for Kit. And then I'm making Mom a fuchsia one. And mine is going to be yellow. And then I'm making one for my Aunt Becky out of, what?
It's kind of a turquoise color.
Yeah, it's turquoise.
It's lighter than this.
Yeah, it's almost like a seafoam or just a really light green with just a tinge of teal, would you say? I've ordered the yarn, so I will show you next week when it comes in. But that's what I'm working on. Mom, do you have any finished objects?
I do. I actually do. I knitted, and I can't remember the name of it. I knitted a shawlette, they call it, I believe, because it's small. And
she also bought that yarn at
yes. In
Austin, Texas.
Austin
on
has
the
great knitting stores.
On the yarn crawl. It's our favorite knitting store. It's what is it?
You know I'm not good
Hill
at
Country Fibers. That's it.
One.
Hill Country Fibers.
We got this one there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's hedgehog yarn. I can't remember. It's a fingering weight. And you can just,
and it's got to be blocked.
I'm about to block it for her. Yeah. That's pretty. Here, you hold one side. Isn't that pretty?
You can wrap it around to the back or put this in the back and this to the front.
Pretty. She did a great job
it's
on
really
that.
Emerald green, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not showing up too much.
Showing up
too
emerald
well.
green. But anyway, I finished.
Yay! I have a finished project. I knitted another pair of Turkish bed socks, and when you guys saw last time, I did finish the second one. I just have to tie in the ends, but they are finished. It's Turkish Bed Socks by Church Mouse Classics. Dottie is in here. She is excited. Her Grammy is here. I'll let you guys see
Grammy.
her. Right there.
She's
Say
a
hi.
sweetheart.
You can hear her breathing. That's not us. That's Dottie.
We might be breathing that way this summer.
Yeah, it's starting to get hot here. It's 70 degrees out, and just 2 days ago we had an ice storm.
We had an ice storm.
It's living in Houston.
Sure
They always say, wait, if you don't like the weather, wait a few days.
And it's sure to change.
Yep.
Until summertime.
So true.
And then summertime, it's hot and humid.
Yep. So, that's it for works in progress and finished objects, but I do have a skein of yarn to give away. This came out of the stash that I bought at Goodwill when I got the mother load of yarn for 99 cents a piece.
That
was too exciting. Now every time we drive by that store, we want to go in and check and see if there's more. But it's Sprightly Goods, and it is the Silaf Fine Fingering in the Desert Rose colorway. It is 4 ounces, 510 yards, and I like the yarn. It's not really my color, so I'm going to give it away as a prize. So I will open up a thread in the group, and if you could just tell me what you would make out of this yarn if you win it.
It's really brighter than that.
It is. My camera is not doing very well today, is it?
Those colors, but brighter.
It has
really pretty.
Yellow and light, really pastel pink, more of a salmon color, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a real light brown or tan. It's really pretty. It's just I don't wear a lot of salmon, so I offer it up to you guys. So make sure after you watch the podcast that you go into the thread and sign up to win. And this is a short podcast. We don't have a whole lot to knit on or whatever, but I do have a knitting pattern I want to show you guys. This belonged to my MawMaw. It has her name up on the top, Lauren Peters. And it is a little pamphlet that came out of the February 1964 issue of Women's Day, which is that the year you got married?
That was the year we got married, 1964.
Before I was here.
Almost 50 years.
Yeah, it will be 50 years this
June
7th.
June 5th.
Oh, that's right, June 5th. Sorry.
Okay.
My sister and I are giving Mom and Dad a 50th wedding anniversary party this summer, so we've got a lot of planning to do. My sister will be here in 2 weeks.
Yes.
From California, and I'm going to take a day or two off, and we're going to plan a party.
Yay.
It's exciting. But anyways, this is my MawMaw's booklet, and I have some pictures of my MawMaw. I never did cut these out. Mom made me some copies. And that is my MawMaw when she was younger in her bathing suit. And then that's her in the hallway of the house she lived in last, and the one I remember as a kid growing up. She's on the telephone in her house dress. So cute. And then Mom had made me pictures there. I have that picture actually on the needles, her needles. If I can grab it. I think I've shown you guys this before, maybe, or maybe not. This is a vase of knitting needles, and there's a picture of my MawMaw on this side, and my mother. I'm not doing very well. Thank you. Can you hold that?
I don't think I'm doing. That's Mother.
That's MawMaw, and then this is my mom. And so these are needles that Mom gave to me that either belong to her or my MawMaw. So, anyways, that's special. I keep them separate so I can always remember that those were theirs and not get them mixed up with the others. Excuse me for a minute. I dropped my book. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so this is Sweater Collection 1964. And I really like that sweater the lady is wearing. I think that's cute. It's a cabled sweater.
Fringe on the sleeves.
It does have fringe on the sleeves. She could always leave that off.
Yeah, she could.
That definitely makes it 60s.
What's wrong with the 60s?
Nothing, I guess. Definitely better than the 80s.
Definitely.
As far as, you know, clothing and style.
Yes. Definitely, with the big shoulder pads.
Yes,
leggings.
the stockings, the leggings.
Long waist dresses.
Yes. Those were not very flattering, were they?
No, they weren't.
I like these two sweaters here. They have the yoke, the Fair Isle yoke around the top. And then this is a cardigan with cables and button-up. And here's more sweaters. It looks like two sweaters for men. And then over here is more cardigans. When I grabbed this book off my shelf, I didn't realize that it was from a magazine. Dottie, you're going to have... Oh, you're poking her. It's okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so I guess my MawMaw cut this out of... This was probably in the magazine. And she cut it out and threw away the magazine and kept the knitting patterns, I guess.
Part.
Yeah, the most important part. I remember going over to MawMaw's house, and she always had something to knit on. She had a little knitting basket next to her chair that she would knit. I don't remember ever sitting in there and visiting without her talking to us while she was knitting.
Always had a project going.
She did. When she loved the yarn stores of today.
Oh, yes.
She used to go to Leeward's to get all her, or Sears to get all of her yarn and needles. She'd go crazy at a local yarn store.
Yes, she would.
Okay, so that's it. Sweater collection, 1964. It was a little pamphlet out of the 1964 February issue of Women's Day. So that's it. Thank you, Mom, for being on my podcast.
I've enjoyed it. I'll have to join you again sometime.
Yes, you will. Let's see. There was something you were going to show. Oh,
I have some little sweaters and caps and booties, I think, that my mother knitted me when I was a baby. And I've got them somewhere. So
yeah,
I'll try to remember.
She's going to pull them out. And yeah, we were going to film tomorrow this podcast, but we decided to do it today. So I'll give her a chance to find those, and then she'll be on my podcast another time in the future.
Look forward to it.
So, go sign up to win. And if you're interested, on Friday nights, we're going to have Knit Night on Google+. All you have to do is have a computer that has a video camera, a camcorder. What are they called? Webcam. That's it. A webcam. And it's been a long week. A webcam, and then yeah, come and join us. We meet 7:30 on Friday nights on Google+, and I put the link to the hangout in the thread in the Me and My Dog and Some Yarn video podcast group. So check it out and join us if you want. And I hope you guys have a really, really great week, and we will see you, or I will see you, I don't know, next week. Y'all have a good week, and I'll talk to you soon.